Hey guys, Tez back again, and welcome to episode number 12 of this Sunderland career mode. Now, I want to start this one by saying thank you, really. About 3 weeks ago, I put a video up, and I started it by saying thank you very much for 200 subscribers. And this one is starting off by saying thank you very much for 250 subscribers. So, we've recently had a large influx of more views, more people coming in to watch the content, and additional subscribers. So it's fully appreciated. It really is, guys. Thank you very much for those of you who have recently subscribed, and those of you who have been subbed for since the beginning or for quite a while. Then also thank you for your continued support. But let's get into what we all want to do really, and let's see what's going down in the world of Sunderland Football Club. So it's the January transfer window, and we've had a couple of big offers for our main striker, Stephen Fletcher. One from Udinese for £9.5 million. There was also another one came in from Lazio of a similar amount. I think it was maybe £500,000 less than the Udinese one. But I'm not overly inclined to let him go. He's obviously our main striker and one of the 2 or 3 main sources of our goals so far this season. So I don't want to let him go. If I am going to let him go, it's going to be for a lot of money. I put in a couple of counter offers of 15 million on each one. So if they come back with a bid of 50 million, then I will probably accept it, because 50 million is the sort of figure that you just can't turn down. But if they, if they don't meet that valuation, then I'm going to keep him. Then it would be silly to get rid of him, and for anything less, it would be hard, because obviously we only get 75% of any transfer profits made back into our budget allocation. So it would be hard to replace him with limited funds, if you know what I mean. So we'll have to wait and see if anything comes of that. But we come into this game here. It's the first game of the season that we've been involved with the FA Cup. It's the third round of the FA Cup. We've got Wigan away, and Wigan away was a really, really hard fixture for some reason. They play this 3-5-2 formation. They play three really, really narrow centre backs, and then a really wide front midfield 5 with Kone and Franco Di Santo up top. But as you can see there on the screen, neither of us can make a breakthrough in that first game on the Saturday, so it is going to go to a replay. But a couple of, not shock results, but noticeable results. Aldershot Town drawing at home with Chelsea 1-1, and also Leyton Orient at home holding Stoke City. So there's going to be quite a few big replays coming up in midweek. But before we get to that, we need to look into improving our squad. The main area of our squad that we need to improve on is the defending. We've been scoring goals, which hasn't been a problem, but we have been conceding quite a few. So I went to look at who was transfer listed, and there was only Mehdi Benatia from Udinese that was on the transfer list. So, and he was going to be well out of our price range. And also, we only have about £1.5 million to spend at the minute. So if anything's going to come in, players are going to have to go out. And James McLean has been rumoured to be unhappy, unsettled at the club with a lack of first team opportunities, and we've had 2 or 3 bids come in for him, but they've not been of valuation, or at least for someone that young and that of that higher prospect, they haven't been enticing enough for me to think about accepting them. So we'll have to wait and see if we can get any money in from there. I asked in the last episode if we should maybe bring in the financial benefactor thing from the EA Sports Football Club catalogue, but I'm not going to do that this season. We're going to go through at least one season completely vanilla, with no, with no external influences, so to speak. So we're going to stay at Sunderland, not going to accept the Manchester City job offer, and we're going to keep our financial restraints held tight. So it may be quite a slow transfer window, but as Jussi Juskalainen makes a good save there from Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, we are making some good progress in the league, regardless of whether we have a strong squad or not. Craig Gardner there, unfortunately, to hit the post was a great effort. And West Ham here trying something cheeky from a free kick, and Andy Donkey Carroll, that is awful. I always love it when Andy Carroll fucks up, because I absolutely despise him. But anyway, moving on, we are 1-0 up in the 83rd minute, and Adam Johnson here with a wonderful first touch and an equally spectacular finish. I left the replay in mainly just for the comedy factor of the first touch. This is what the first touch engine is like if you're sprinting onto a ball. Bounces up 15 feet in the air, but then great dribbling skills to turn inside and then rifle it into the top corner. And they flew at me after that. We'd been pretty much dominant for the majority of the game, and then we went 2-0 up. And they had a good chance there to get one back with Yossi Benayoun, but we do get a 2-0 win against West Ham. So we're still going from strength to strength in the league. Now, I did say we did have limited funds, but we have had an offer accepted for Wallison, who, if you play our Ultimate Team and have a Brazilva team, you'll know all about Wallison. And we've also had an offer accepted, once we've submitted that contract offer to Wallison, we've also had a contract offer accepted for Marvin Emnes as well. Both are young, both are very fast. Emnes is pretty much a brute of a player. He's a Drogba-esque player, you might say. Really, really strong, really fast, with a good finish. Wallison is more of a skiller. Now, personally, I'm not as good at the 5-star skill moves, jink round everyone and then score a wonder goal. So I'm not entirely sure who to buy. We've had a wonderful free kick there from Wigan in this FA Cup replay. Now we've had both contract offers accepted from Wallison and from Marvin Emnes. So as per the trend with this career mode, I'm going to leave it down to you guys who we sign. Do you think we should get Wallison for a fast, pacey skiller, or should we go for someone that is probably more suited to the Premier League in the big brute that is Marvin Emnes, that also has the pace and the finishing ability? So they're similar type of players, but also completely different, if you know what I mean. They're similar as in very, very pacey, very effective at what they do, but Emnes is the player that will go through people, whereas Wallison is the player that will go around people. So it's up to you guys who we're going to bring in. We'll have to wait and see what your decision is. Be sure to leave a comment down below so that I know where to go with those transfer moves. And we come up here in the 45th minute. We are currently 1-0 down against Wigan in this FA Cup replay. And Seb Larsson here, fantastic finish at the far post. Thinks he's brought us back in it at 1-1. But from the replay, I think that's onside. I may be slightly biased. In fact, I am slightly biased. But I think that's onside. And I think we should be back in there. So we are really, really disappointed, really, to have not be on equal terms as we go in a half time. But Louis Sarr here with a great effort with his left foot, trying to get space on, because his left foot's a fucking rocket, to be completely honest. Trying to get him space on that left hand side, but unfortunately he wasn't able to get a decent F on target. Was blocked, went out for a corner. And Fraser Campbell there rifles wide. But as we move into the last 5 minutes, Kieran Westwood has an absolute nightmare moment. The ball's dropping free in the box, and rather than just pick it up, he decides to completely annihilate Franco De Santo and violated him from behind and gives Wigan a penalty, which Aruna Kone rifles in off the post. And that puts us 2-0 down and effectively ends our FA Cup dream for this season. So very disappointed to go out in that competition. We do have Wigan again coming up in the league. So 3 games out of the previous 4 will have been against Wigan. I haven't included that one in this episode because I think 3 games against Wigan in one episode is a little bit too much, but be sure to leave the video a like if you haven't done so far, and also if you haven't subscribed, be sure to do so. There's plenty of career mode and Ultimate Team, and also hopefully within the next few days a new Road to Division 1 series coming up as well. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.